Today on VIP TV, someone who's a little bit luckless at the moment, Ellie Scotney. Thanks for joining us, Ellie. And before we talk about the good in your career, what went wrong where we didn't see you on Sky Sports this weekend? We turned on last night and you weren't on there.
Do you know what, Steve? It all started from me booking the wrong train. So I kind of got an inkling from early on. So I got there, went down for the press conference, all ready to give it the big one. It was like, yeah, she tested positive. So it was a stinker.
Oh, crikey. So did you hang around in Newcastle, or did you just try and get the right train home this time?
To be honest with you, we waited till about 6 because we were trying to get a replacement, but nothing really come from it. So I managed to get a lift with H. So I was all right. I didn't get a train.
All right. So, you seem quite chirpy and upbeat. What's the latest on that fight being made? Or, why are you so upbeat then, so quickly?
Do you know what? It's life, isn't it? And I've had 2 fights, so I can't be bitter about it because it happens for world titles, isn't it? So It's just part of my journey. It weren't meant to be. And I've got 7 weeks to go to the next one. So it's just a lesson learned, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So you're going to go on one of the garden shows, I guess, then?
Backyard job, yeah. I've done a few of them with my brothers. I come out on the wrong end, though.
Yeah. Have you got a posher back garden than Eddie Hearn, though, or what, there in Catford?
And then he's got acres. I've got a little patch of grass, and it needs topping up, to be honest. So.
Hey, wait till you win a couple world titles. You'll be having a lawn like that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So you've had a couple fights. There's been a lot of good things said about you. And my friend at VIP TV, I do the podcast with, John Evans. He absolutely raves about you being a star of the future. He is absolutely sold on you. So not just that, there's a lot of people giving you a lot of love, isn't there, since you turned professional?
Yeah, do you know, it's been overwhelming, to be honest. But, talk's very cheap and I've just got to deliver. So hopefully my opponent don't test positive next time. I can keep adding to what people think of me. It'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, I think, is it one British opponent? What, you bought Beck Conley and then it was an overseas opponent, wasn't it? Your second one? Yeah. So
French.
How do you feel about, I know it's all becoming the first maybe female British champion.
That would be nice. That's something I want massively, Steve. Like domestic scene, that's what I want to aim for. A lot of people seem to bypass that, but that's what excites me, and I really want to get my teeth into that.
Yeah. Is there anyone around your weight, Super-Bantam who you could maybe fight? Because I know there's Beck Conley who you've beaten. Shannon's fighting the bigger names in the division at the moment. So where does that leave you for opponents?
So Super-Bantam, you've got Amy Tillum, Carly Skelly, Ramla Ali. So there's a lot of fights to be made, and you got Lisa Whiteside as well. So it is a wicked little division, yeah.
Yeah, Lisa, and she's been on the GB, and Ramla Ali, she's getting a lot of publicity, isn't she?
Yeah, Steve, it's a big division to be part of, and I feel like that can really catch fire, and it'd be like a good little prize fighter edition.
Yeah, right. Well, like a little rivals, you can all box each other, is it, a few times?
Yeah. The winner takes the back garden.
Who do you think is the biggest rival to you domestically out of those girls you mentioned?
To be honest, I feel like we're all on the same everyone's radar. So whoever it is, I want to fight everyone, to be honest with you, Steve. So yeah, it's just I'm sure everyone thinks the same.
Yeah, has there been any movements for a British title fight, your division?
Nothing, but I think until they need the depth, don't they? But if we keep talking about it, maybe that will come.
But also the names you mentioned, and I forgot Amy Tillum. She's up here in Manchester. She trains.
Yeah.
You can look at them, and they're very fair fights, aren't they? People will make a case for, I guess someone like yourself and Lisa Whiteside might be made favourites, but they're all competitive fights and girls that people know.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of the best divisions, like domestically. And I feel like it's something everyone will want to see, like everyone fighting everyone.
Yeah. How do you feel that though that the female game needs to develop to the 3-minute rounds to get that?
I can see arguments for both. We haven't got the depth, so it can kind of degrade women. Because if you've got 10-2s, it's an easy watch and it catches fire. But if you do, the 3 minutes, you would probably see the levels, and it might not be a good thing at the minute. But I'd love for it to be 3 minutes, but I can see why it's not.
Yeah. How long do you think before we got the depth globally and in Britain to have the 3-minute rounds where there's girls that can fight you for 3 minutes and not just maybe the 2 or 3 there are at the moment that you could have
I
an
think this
entertaining
Olympic
3 minutes?
cycle will definitely add momentum to the women's game. So once these Olympians, pass through again, it's going to change women's boxing. It'll be an exciting time. So I think we're definitely heading towards that way. I think you've got to give it about 2 years, 3 years, and it'll start catching fire properly.
Oh, you won't even be your mid-20s then, will you? You'll still be
I'll still look 15.
Yeah, I know.
Still
yeah.
get a child ticket.
Do you still get asked for your age and when you try when you
for a lottery ticket, I still get done, and that's a 16. So I take it as a compliment.
Tell us about the gym that you're training with. Is Adam down there? What's it like in that gym?
It's a great gym to be involved. You got Mick Conlon, you got Harlem, you got Abbas. He's a very good fighter, German fighter. So it's like everybody, everybody thrives off everyone. And I feel like I'm learning outside of boxing, which has been the best bit for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Who are you closest to amongst the lads in that gym? I can imagine someone like you and Mick Conlon getting on, actually.
Yeah. Do you know what? I watch him. He's a maniac, and so he sometimes lets you have it, and I think you need that sometimes. So yeah, he's a good energy in that gym, and I'm always thankful to be training alongside them lot.
Do you ever have a move around with Mick at all?
I did this little body spy with him once, and to be honest with you, I think he's still got my rib. I firmed it though.
So I know Shannon's in the same gym. Do you train apart at different times or something? Or
no, we've all got like different slots, so we all fit in it'll be like from 9:30 till about 1. So everyone's got a little slot where you pop in and you obviously all around each other.
Yeah, well that would be a tricky fight to make though down the line, wouldn't it? At the moment.
Yeah, because I think Shannon fights at bantamweight.
But I thought you were near bantamweight as well. Could you do that, or she could come up, couldn't she?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's a fight. Everyone's a fight that you want, isn't it? And obviously, world champions, that's what you're heading towards.
Yeah. And just tell us how you got into boxing.
My brother used to box, and I used to want to do whatever he did. And the real reason, I'm not going to lie to you, he used to come home with 2 cans of Ribena and a Mars bar. So, Steve, that was the real reason why I did follow him in the first place.
What, to get the sweets after every session?
Yes.
And how did you fall in love with boxing then when it got beyond the sweets?
I went when I was about 9 till I was about 10, and then I stopped. But in that time, my trainer passed away. So I always knew I'd go back at some point, but it wasn't until I was 17 that I first walked back into the gym, and everything kind of happened very quickly for me. So I haven't really had time to think and know how it happened, but it just did.
Yeah. How long was it before you were back in the gym at 17, 18, before someone told you, you could do well at this game, you could go professional and make a career from it?
Do you know what? I don't know what it was like. It kind of picked up really quick. I went in the gym and I was 75 kilos. I was a little tank.
Really?
Yeah. And in the 6 weeks holidays, I got off 15 kilo. Then I had my first fight. And then by the end of that year, I won the championships and then got a European youth bronze. Like everything kind of happened really quick.
Yeah. How did you weigh 150 kilos at your heart?
No, 75.
70. I'm thinking 150. No, I was thinking it's about 150 pounds. That's what I'm thinking when I said.
I was a little wrecking ball. I was a ball on legs.
Was you what was you like at school then? Was you like you come across as someone who's quite extrovert, loud, always up to something? I've never met you, but I imagine you don't sit still for 2 minutes.
I tell you what, at school I was the girliest person you'd probably meet, but I was not rude, I was just loud. But I'd do my work, but I was a bit cheeky. But yeah, no, it was quite different. Well, not that different, just looked like more girly.
And then how did you lose all that weight in the 6-week holiday?
It wasn't my coach at the time, Sam Mullins. He turned around and said to me, like, I tripped over him on the ring, like he didn't train me at the time, and he just was like, looked at me, he was like, look at you. And it was kind of like, I'm going to show you sort of thing. And I just dieted and just ran, but I kept everything quiet. And then I come back and I just weren't the same person.
Oh, it's brilliant. That's inspirational that you can do that, to lose that over 6 weeks. So away from boxing, is there anything else you do at all?
Oh, it's gonna sound boring, but that is just me. I'm a big family person, like massive family person. So on my days off, I'm just in the house, and our house is like a walkthrough. You got everyone that comes around.
And your mum's your number one, isn't she? She's your
yes. April's the number one. She's my sparring partner as well. When I leave my plate in the sink, I don't do it often.
So, what is it your hopes for where boxing could take you? Where do you want it to take you, and where do you want to be at the end of your boxing career?
To be honest, like obviously world titles are definitely the main aim, and hopefully more than one, and definitely at different weights. So, but obviously I've got a lot of work to do. But my main aim is just to really get my mum out of Catford. So
really.
That would be the main thing for me, to be honest.
She might like it round Catford. People in South London don't leave their
clothes get robbed. She don't like it. Her clothes get robbed off the line.
But people in South London don't even leave the postcode. My mum wouldn't. I was trying to move my mum out with me to come with me.
I wouldn't go Manchester either.
No, she was in SW11. She was in Battersea, but she wouldn't leave there. Yeah, she's proper. Yeah, but no, I couldn't get her to Manchester. But fair enough. But there you go.
The water's different, Steve. The water's different.
Yeah, it's like them cab drivers who don't go south of the river, innit? You don't go north of Watford when it's Manchester unless it's a fight. When you
know it.
Got a fight in Manchester, you stay in the hotel and you get out of town the next morning, don't you?
That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
I'll tell you what, it's been great talking to you, and but I just wanted to learn a little bit about you, what you're up to, and see what went wrong the other night. But thanks for joining us on the channel today. It's really kind of you to afford us some time.
I appreciate you reaching out, Steve, massively.
Thank you. And now I've got to tell John Evans I've spoken to you.
Shout out to John Ives.
Thanks very much indeed.
You take care, Steve.
Take care.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.